Welcome to War Commander Unshackled, a new age of chaos. This is about midway through the event. We're Saturday. And so today we have on the panel Firebirds, we've got Dutch, we've got Hellfire, we've got Ian, sorry, not sure of your game name, and then we've got me here, Dobba Phoenix. We've got Hellfire. I guess, except for everyone, mute your YouTubes, so this way you don't hear any doubles and feedback and all that stuff. And so today, we're going to go over how we like the event, and some other stuff like that, give some tips and tricks. And so let's start on the end over with the Firebirds. How would you rate the event from 1 to 10?
I'd have to give it 2 ratings because I've got 2 accounts. So for my main level 44 and whatnot, it's pretty good. Rather easy, good payouts. I loved how they had the several bases with large amounts of resources, and also the couple of bases with a decent amount of thorium in them. It was good because then it meant you didn't have to run around getting Thor for missiles and whatnot. You could gather it as you went through the event. It's pretty stock standard payouts in the store. 800k for a hero that's of the caliber of Ardra is pretty good. So I don't think any less would be too cheap. Any more would be a bit OP on the cost. 800k is a good amount. Decent variety in the store as well for all levels. There's a fair amount of tech in there. There's all sorts in there. So for my main at that level, I'd give it a 7.5 solid. For my mini at level 37, only just got the heroes, Jericho, Dina, etc. No experts. It's a decent challenge. Up until the 65, it's easy-ish, but then once it's a 65, it becomes more challenging, and it's good. For my mini, I'd give it a solid 7.
All right, cool. What about you, Dutch?
Well, me, I like this event. It's not there are easy bases and there are more difficult bases, but they're all at the end doable. I like also the tech payout. There is a lot of tech that they pay out in the bases, and some of the bases I like that very much. Sounds like it looks like they finally starting to listen a bit more to us. And I like the new hero units. I already unlocked 2 of them. I will definitely go to unlock them all. I think personally the best hero unit you can get is the Ardra, the Purifier. I mean, if you're looking at her stats, they are amazing. 7.2 million health and almost 700 DPS or 700k DPS. So I think that's if you have to choose to get one, or if you are able to get one, that will be your best chance of your best pick.
Yeah, Ardra hand.
And well, the XP payout, I'm okay with it. I like it. Maybe for some it could be a little bit higher, but for me, I think the balance is pretty good. And I will rate this event an 8.
So we got 7.5, and 8. So averaging about 7.5 so far. Hellfire, you're up.
Yeah. Well, I want to to split it in two kinds, the attack and the defense, because I still think that attack-wise, I think would give it a solid 8, but mostly because finally you've got a real challenging base in the event. That's the 120 base. That's the only base that I find really challenging. But the defense wave, I think I will have to give those a 4 to a 5, because if you can go to wave 17, 18 without stuff really hitting, till 17 without stuff really hitting your walls, then I'm thinking, well, maybe the defense could have been a little bit tougher. It's also very short. Most waves are over in 30 seconds. So yeah, you're gonna run through the defense waves fast, but then you will get stuck on the attack waves, because some attack waves you will need to repair between. So overall, I find it a very nice event. I like the 3 different level 5 bases, so that you at least can see and get a feel of the new units for the people who aren't able to get all the units. So overall, I think about a 7, 8.
Yeah, I agree actually on you on the defense waves. For the higher levels, the experienced players, it's not really challenging, but I don't think they can really make it too difficult, because this is an event meant for everybody.
No.
For everybody.
I understand, and I agree with you, Dutch. But if I look at Onslaught and I look at this, then I'm thinking, well,
Yeah,
that's night and day.
Yeah,
With
I know.
Onslaught, they were flooding your base with all kinds of units, and especially the heavy units. The last wave, the Omega Titan, the Omega Sandstorms.
I know.
now-
But,
I think there are 3 waves with air in them, and there are 4 or 5 cyclones. So they don't last long in any base.
Nope, yeah. But
Are you referring to this event's defense waves?
Yeah.
With the cyclones.
Yeah.
I don't even remember seeing any cyclones.
No, they
That's probably
Yeah,
how
they are.
quickly they died.
they are dead before they're close to your base. At least with, let's say, the higher level base who have level 3, level 5 communication tower unlocked. Well, then they die in seconds. That's what I mean. The waves pass by. Well, sometimes I'm thinking, is there any unit coming? And then I already get the victory screen.
What level are you, Hellfire?
I'm a level 42.
All right, now I just want to, since Firebirds, what level is your ult?
37 with no expert heroes.
So how did your 37 do in the defensive waves?
I've only just started this morning, but I'm up to mission 5 on the defense. I took mission 5. I think I took total, I think, hour and a half damage all up so far. And the only all I'm using in my base is howlers and liberators. I've got half a dozen howlers and 17 libs, and only one of the libs is shopped.
You know what
I have.
making it a little bit easier, not easier, but better for the lower medium player, as not making the defense moves all like Onslaught, where it's just everything coming at your base.
You don't get flooded, but it's for the lower and the mid levels, especially those people that have been away from the game for a number of months or years, and they don't have the big boy stuff. This event is good for them because it gives them the opportunity to catch up.
This is definitely a catch-up event because they're offering tech and stuff, and I don't know, a little bit. I'll go over a little bit with about like catch-up event and the prizes and stuff. But Ian, what's your thoughts on the event?
What my thoughts?
Yeah, your thoughts on that? What did you rate it?
Oh, like I said, the defence waves are pretty easy once you're up in levels. I'm a level 44. The last one was a little bit tricky, just had to move a couple of things about. I've not really played the past couple of days because of work, but I've been playing today, and kind of like a 7 or 8, because really the one hit challenge bases, I'm actually kind of liking that. It's a bit more of a challenge. Try and do them in one pass, and some of them are pretty damn tricky bases. As soon as you start getting up, high enough. So far, I've not tried any of the masters yet. I'm still to see the delights of the 120 that everyone's talking about. But so far it is going okay. Just try, especially when I come up against one of these one-hit bases. It's a refreshing challenge, because I tend to find the past few events I get demotivated now after the first couple of days. I hardly play the event because I'm bored. So yeah, I'm kind of liking it just now.
What level are you?
44.
So
Well, and
yeah.
I do have to say, and I think a lot of people will chew my ass for this, but I do have to say, I like the way they did with the middle attack waves, that they are one hit, and you need to do them yourself. It saves me so much turning people down that are begging and want to go, because it's no use if you can't get past out. Then I don't have to do the 95 or opening a 110 or bases like that, because they're not able to get there. So it does make that my event is a little bit more fun.
Yeah, the thing is, people are so used, or it's so easy to ask help, and this will motivate them more to get to learn it themselves.
And I have to say, I've seen it in the community. A lot of videos are being posted about how to do the one-hit base. So I think that's a good thing, because you will only learn if you do it yourself. You will not learn if I open a base and you can come in with your one cyclone and kill the last building standing and victory.
Yeah, because I've noticed people ask for help on a 105 or a 110, and yet, okay, someone helps them with that. Then what comes next? Oh, can you help me with this one and this one and this one?
I don't mind helping. I don't mind. I help a lot, but if I can't do my own event, because people are asking for help in the chat, then that makes that my event is, well, for them it's funny and all okay, because they get all the new toys, but I have to do all the heavy work. And this is a way, I think, that they need to do for a lot of mid-size level. They have to do them themselves. And I have to say, a few may be having difficulties with the higher bases, like the 70-75. Because if you are a mid-ranged and you don't have an Omega Titan, because I still think that for this event, the Omega Titan is one of the key units with his bomber drone squadron on it. If you don't have that, then you may want to refigure your strategy about how to tackle a base. So I think it's a good challenge for the mid and the lower levels to find out how their toys really work.
Yeah, that's like with my mini. I've only got a level 25 elite Titan and a level 21 elite Sandstorm, because my res cap isn't high enough to upgrade them. I can only hold 130, and the next upgrade's 150. So it's kind of more tricky for me for that base, but it is possible.
Yeah, I mean, you get beggars. I came back to the game 2 years ago, and you've definitely got the people who only come on and play during the events. You see them, and they're generally the ones begging.
Gentlemen, I just dropped in.
Hey, Dr. Phil.
Well,
Hey, Dr. Phil.
yeah, I just dropped a post on the Unshackled page. The original Unshackled channel, War Commander Unshackled, is officially allowed to be back on the air. The copyright notice and the community guideline strike was removed. So to the guy who tried to false flag the channel, fuck you, eat a dick, we win, you lose.
Nice. So, next broadcast will be on the Unshackled, normal
The next
Unshackled
broadcast will be
channel.
back on the Unshackled channel.
Nice to hear. Great.
Oh, thanks for the information.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good news, Phil.
It's
Yeah,
excellent
brilliant.
news.
Awesome news. Just
So,
someone
enjoy it. Some little pathetic little bastard did that. And this is how I deal with pathetic little bastards. It's called legality. Legalism outstrips your pathetic little attempt to destroy a channel that you have no control over. And I've probably booted your ass out already, and all you can do is cry, whine, bitch about it. We win. You lose. That's the end of that chapter.
Yeah. Curtain call.
Indeed.
Okay, are there any questions about bases in YouTube land? Because I think
Yeah.
most on the panel have all done them.
Well, let me give my rating real quick while we wait for that. For the attack waves, I'm feeling a little generous because all the attack waves, you can't just go in with one tune, so they did take a little time. However, with the right unit, you can actually do them pretty well. And so in the 30, 60, and 90 master waves, they actually weren't that bad this time around. And same for the attacking waves. I'm gonna go up 8.5, and I noticed that for the most part of the event, I didn't really experience that much lag. I even played on Thursday on my computer. And normally,
Can I just jump in there, Dobba, when you got a second?
Huh?
The Thursday show will not be made available again because it has to go through my lawyers. And currently it's set to private, and only myself and Shadow Killer will be able to see that show again. So unfortunately, the Thursday show will remain offline until it's gone through my legal team. The show will be back live on Wednesday night at the usual time of 9:30 Eastern time.
what's that for you guys over there?
It's like 2:30 in the morning.
Silly o'clock.
Stupid o'clock.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your efforts, Dr. Phil.
It's not just me, it's everybody else who's putting in the effort to make sure this little pissant isn't going to beat us. He's gotten far too personal with myself and several other people, and what he claims to be doxing is what he's actually doing by himself. So for him to claim doxing and claim abuse and claim this and claim that, YouTube community guidelines are quite strict in that matter, and they were upheld, and the community strike was removed. It was a false flag attack, and this will not happen again. If it does, it might, if the same guy continues to go off his high horse, YouTube will just completely remove his ability to flag anything.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be good. Trolls like that.
I assume he has to still be on the Unshackled page under whatever name he decides he's going to use that day. Whether it be the account he was using to spread false fucking rumors that were snippets from the show, completely cut out of context, to try and badmouth the CEO about the Vortex, which is unacceptable.
Oh, did he put together some form of like a montage to try and
Yeah,
very bad light?
he posted something in the forums that got sent to me. Thank you, Dobba. Voice clipping skipjack. He then tried several different snippets from the same show that were completely cut out of context. Now, I've gone back over and listened to watched that show already because I can just to see, and it is completely cut out of context, and that's not the way to do it. If you really want to knock something out, you've got to do a damn sight better than you've already done.
Yeah, some people got nothing better to do.
That's true. Some people don't have anything better to do. We got rid of one pissant and replaced it with another, and I know who's done it. And until all the legal dribble is done, then well, that's a story for another day. But thank you for putting up with me, gentlemen, for the few minutes, and enjoy the rest of your show and enjoy the rest of the event. And I'll see you all on Wednesday night.
See you, Phil.
Peace out.
So,
I want to address something that's going on in YouTube. They're going over about the restart tokens and everything.
Yeah.
There's the official word. You get one restart token per for one restart token total, and so you complete Master 120, the Wave 4, and you get one restart token. Not the restart token. Sorry, the hero token. The hero token you then use for one of the 3 heroes, and then once you restart, you then just have to get the other 2 with XP should you desire to do so. Now, while we're on the topic of heroes, which hero would you guys all say that if let's say you have a level 36 or something that works a lot and they can only get one of them, let's say they can get help with everything up to the 120, which hero would you suggest that they go for?
Well, to begin, the lower levels are a little bit screwed here in this, because a level 36 can't hold 75 million thorium to make Ardra. So I think that would be maybe a slight point to Kixeye. Make the units cheaper to make, because then also the lower levels can make them. Because I even know of some higher levels that can't cap enough thorium to make Ardra.
I can.
Yeah, my 44 can only hold just over 70 million.
Yeah.
But I went the other road and I coined it.
Yeah, okay, but even
so
if you have on 70 million, then it means that you will have 3 days of upgrades and you're there. But how about Vibert at level 35? How much thorium could you cap? Between 20 and 30 and 40 million?
Yeah, my 37 mini holds 24.6.
So how do you think you can make Ardra then?
Well,
So
there's only one option.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But if you're asking just what hero to get, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I think Ardra.
Ardra, hands down.
Because yesterday it was published by Skipjack and from Kixeye that soon there will be tech for Ardra and purifiers, and one of the tech will be anti-shock. And Ardra with anti-shock is a beast.
She's a juggernaut killer. She one shots a max legion.
Yep.
So yes, she'll absolutely decimate a juggernaut.
Yeah, well, like a lot of people say, I think Ardra will be a great asset to your base defending platoon. Because I don't think that there will be much out there what can seriously damage her. For the simple reason that you've got in the base, you got your boost from the go-go bar. So instead of 700 Ks, she will do around 1 million DPS. And the second thing is you also have your defense lab, where she will get more defense.
That was with the one that was in when I was in the level 5. Was that a max Diamond Legion?
No.
Hang on, I'll have a look.
Because I've been meaning to event scout that. That's what I was about it.
Shit, I can't advance scout it.
All right, let me go check with that. But, how do you, yeah, that is something that the other 2 heroes, I believe, are 50 million each, which
60.
60. Okay, so it's cool that they, you know, obviously they're heroes that I would expect them to be more short, but see, I'm kind of looking at this. What is her name? The Ardra as a swift kick that I needed to upgrade my my thing, because I've been needing to upgrade my thorium, but I never really had a reason to. Same reason with the res. I've been meaning to upgrade that forever, and then the CP came, and then which faction had the Diamond Legion? Is it the Sentinels or the Corporals? Alright, well, let's see here. It would have been the Sentinels, I think. Oh, Corpus. Alright, so I'm going to get scout this and see what we get.
Gamer Boy is asking if we can do a 50. I think
this is a max Diamond Legion, so yeah, it will one-shot the... And it's a Kixeye Diamond Legion, so you know it's way more powerful than our Diamond Legion.
well,
Ardra one-shots it.
Gamer Boy, I think you just missed Dutch doing, I think, a 50.
Yeah.
Okay, what
But
does
I do have to say, Gamer Boy, if you go and look on YouTube, there is a video, and I will check from who it is again. I thought it was on City's page, where a guy does it with Dina and with 2 Night Owls.
Yeah, if you, that base, you want to kind of... I wouldn't recommend a ground attack if you've got the Elite Titan Sandstorm.
And I think the link was posted in a discussion on one of the topics in City's channel on Facebook.
Yep, City events.
No, City, your page is not a jackal.
Now he just I think he's saying he just used a jackal on his page.
Yeah, no, but you also have where you go in discussion with a Dutch girl, and she posts in the comment post. She posts a link. I think it's from another YouTuber.
All these YouTubers fighting for views.
No. He posts a lot of stuff in City's channel also.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing. It's good that we have all these YouTubers willing to take time out of their event and day to make videos for the community. Alright, let's see. We got, what level are you, Gamer Boy? He says he's got 900k XP. What? Yep. Overall, this event was pretty good because it's still going on. And yeah, this finally it got me interested into the storyline. I know not a lot of people do, but it's very interesting, especially at the end. If you're doing the 120, you have to watch midway through half killing the base, and you'll get some really additional text that you definitely want to read. I won't spoil it here, but it's definitely interesting.
Well, actually, with the 50, it's critical that you do it within an amount of time, because otherwise the sandstorms will spawning, and then it's getting more difficult.
I sat there, and I was bored, and I just sat there and I attacked it, and I just waited and waited. I think I wound up with like 15 or 16 of the elite sandstorms. No, the regular sandstorms just coming at me because yeah, I just let them, and they all pile on top of each other. It's actually kind of funny. If I had howlers, I would have just went to the town.
And here comes the lag.
Our Mega Titan bases are about to drop. Or Phantom bases, about 94%. Yeah, we should be getting lag spike soon. So, I think this is the first event where we could buy faction tech. What do you guys think of that and the prices of it?
Well,
Is it all
it's good. Yeah, well, it's never enough because they only put in the common tech. They put in event store.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it's better than nothing. You can still now. You have a chance to equip all your liberators with anti-vehicle tech. So,
Yeah, some boost, some increase is better than no increase.
Now I can get 999 vehicle tech to match my liberator tech.
yeah, well, you know how much experience you need to get, Dobba.
well, they're all available.
And if I don't get the heroes and I don't get the other tech, yeah, I might. It's still a lot.
Well, they're all available. You can earn the silver and a gold one in the events itself by through the bases.
Yep.
And then the uncommon one, the red ones, you can buy in the gear store. So everything's available.
Yeah, but buying, say, like 20 of anti-armor rounds or 50, then to get the same silver tech, I need to do 50 complete rounds.
One thing I would like to suggest to Kixai, I guess I don't know if they'll ever see this because this is on my channel, but if like I was calculating in my Excel sheet that I would want about 40 EMP payloads for my detonators, just because I wouldn't play around with them. That means I got to sit there and buy 40 of them and sit there and count. It'd be nice if you could have a button to click and then pick how many you want, and then it would automatically, adjust the prize cost. And then this way I could buy 40 of one tech at a time or something. If they're going to continue down the faction tech, which I think is a really good idea. Because the techs are decently priced. They're good for the medium low level. So even just doing the defense wage, you get 179k, and you can buy a couple techs with that, or buy one of the better unit tech, and then just restart and get 5 of them if that's all you want to do. And you get a bunch of tech. Then you got to figure out also when you're buying this tech, how much you actually need. Like for instance, the Vindicator tech or the Hades tech, how many are you actually going to need? Because you don't want to go crazy like I did and get 599 of a tech. Because all that is just bragging rights and showing you got no life.
Well, I know somebody that got 999 target practicing for the Liberators.
Somebody else?
We won't say his name.
No.
About to say, if I've got some competition, the challenge accepted.
No, nobody was dumb enough like you, Dobba, to go on 20 full rounds.
Funny. Try like 36, 37 of that thing, if not more. I spent all day Saturday, Friday, and a couple of weeks on Sunday. That was crazy. All right, so here we go. These are Reaper out on YouTube says you get 300 and
642 for one complete round, and it's around 706 if you use the 10% boost.
and also you get a restart token at the 115 base. So once you kill the 115 base, you can restart.
You also need to have done all the defense waves, right?
Yep.
So you need to do the 20 defense waves and the 20 attacks waves. Then you get a restart token.
Okay, I thought it was just doing the attack waves, but yeah, it depends. So you can just spend a half hour to an hour on those, and then just go to the attack and just do it. Now, everyone is going on about the what's that? That big ginormous 6-shooter. What's that? Invasion trophy. So now, what do you guys think about this new one? This new holographic trophy looking thing.
I don't know. We still have to wait till they activate the special feature on it sometime.
Yeah, adapting the text.
But it's not a trophy that you can hide something behind.
Maybe they're getting wise to that.
Want to have a red or green because I put it down in my base yesterday. Yeah, I spent the 800K, and I was just like, something just doesn't look right with this trophy. Like, it just doesn't fit in the base right. And I changed its location. It looks a little better, but yeah, it needs to be like green or red or some other color. Because blue, just like I mean, that's holograms are generally.
But you never know what they will think of for that trophy.
The footprint is the same size as a turret. If you guys are spacing out and whatnot. And so, okay, what do you guys think about the in the master track? They don't have for this event. They don't have a master track specific unit. They're just giving away.
They're giving all the new toys. They're giving away.
The hammers, furies, and purifiers. What do you guys think about that? Like them giving that away instead of a new specific unit? Like you have to do master in order to get a.
There is no really new unit, except for the 3 heroes, and those are non-upgradable for now.
They don't need to be upgraded. They're beasts enough. I mean, what are they going to add to Ardra?
Yeah, well, they did introduce another problem, because now you have a hero unit which can't hold all the tech, because the tech is level based in the new system. When you're until level 5, you can put in 500 of tech. When you come between 5 and 10, you can enter 1,000. And between and if you're a max level, then you can get 1,500. So you can put all your tech in. But if you look at the schematic of Aaron, the hammer hero, he only has 500 space. So they did introduce another nice thing.
Hammer hero is Roland.
Yeah, Roland. But
Yep.
look at this
I've,
schematic in the workshop.
Yeah, I've got him.
You
I've
can
got him
only,
shopped
because he's level 1, you can only put in the amount of 500. So you can only put in one tech.
Yeah, I've got him.
While he is a hero. So you can have other hammers completely full with tech, but your hero can't.
Yeah, I've got him shopped out with grounded armor, immunity to shock, because he fires twice before he reloads. So you don't really need any damage boost, because you'll have him if you have him in a platoon with other hammers that are fully shocked. Then he's gonna be a beast anyway. I just have the shock immunity tech on him, and away we go.
Well, and like someone said already on the panel, I do have to laugh on when Roland dies. The detonator mites that he spawns, that's funny.
Or spawns actual like detonators.
I think it's the detonator mites that he spawns, not actual detonators.
I like the sound of that.
I was thinking I could micro heal him and then keep killing him like that. And apparently, if you do that, they come out micro healed. They appear to have the same, in theory, same damage that the actual unit itself would have. Alright. But I will give Kickside this. For the first time since I can remember, it's the first time we didn't get a new upgradable unit for the tech center.
Oh.
And so they're giving us a month off on the tech center, which is kind of nice for them.
They can be nice.
It's nice to see that they're finally starting to listen to us and realizing that there's stuff that we just want to have. No, because I haven't seen anybody complain yet. Oh, I don't have anything to upgrade, or there's no new unit to upgrade or anything. But I think if we keep getting units like this where it's just one, it's either level 1 or it's already max level when you get it. That'll definitely be nice. Keep the repair times, an hour or whatever it is. I think a lot more people will be more interested in the game and stuff, because this way you don't have to tell somebody. Like, for instance, oh, great, you got Inferno. Maybe by the 4th of July you'll have it upgraded max. Or, hey, you've got Omega this or Omega that, and maybe by Christmas it'll be max. It'll already be max level. And, this internet pay is one full, complete playthrough, and then some. And so that'll take enough time. This way it'll make it worth. The Kickstarter is not going to give it away for free. So they want the player to actually invest time into getting this unit. And I like.
Well,
also
Dragon Crew. You're asking, is it a little too late to slow the tech center?
Nope. Well,
better late than never.
Yeah, exactly. Right now we've got a what do you call it? Think of like a what's that? Think of like a fire hose that's just spewing out water, and they put a little screen on it to kind of slow it down. It's or like a open gash, just bleeding, and they're just trying to stop the bleeding right now. So yeah, ideally.
Oh, nice.
2-3 years ago would have been a nicer time to slow the tech center, but you got to give praise when praise is due, and praise is definitely due for this event. That Because Kickstarter says they need to release content, which I'm cool with that, but they don't have to release stuff that's upgradable content. And so I really like that they're doing this, and hopefully future events.
Oh, yes. Yes. Beautiful.
Can
I just seen a video. Guys, so I just want to backtrack to the heroes. I just seen a video where Ardra kills a max juggernaut with 4 shots
No,
I've seen this video also.
and survives his, yeah.
The only thing what I think about it is it's a go-go bar test, and
It's
somehow go-go bar tests aren't always that reliable. So I would rather see it in a real attack or in a plat attack.
Hellfire, I will gladly send my Ardra against your Juggernaut
Yeah, of course.
anytime you want.
That's because you will only have 1 hour repair.
Exactly. You name the time, you name the place, we'll do it live on one of these shows.
My juggernaut is still repairing from the start show, mate.
Come on, man. Think of all the people we can help and educate and everything.
Yeah.
Second time that you've helped people in you know, if we do this on Thursday or no Wednesday show or Friday show or something, you can help. It could be twice you can help people in a week.
Ah,
Yeah, man.
that would
What
be
is it?
great.
A little repair time, like 30, 40, 50 points. That's nothing.
No, of course not.
Think about the kids out please. They all have children, you know?
Yeah, I know. And how about mine?
Going back to what Dobba was saying about the tech centre, I mean, it's not forgetting that obviously all the new units they've been bringing out over the past few months, but all these like spawning of these unit bases as well, for people that are maybe trying to catch up and get on things like the Inferno. You've had the Sandstorm and the Titan bases coming out, so people are upgrading them as well. So to have fully upgraded things, I think, is a brilliant thing, and it's been a good move.
But they're only doing this for a month. But because believe me, next month there will be new units in again, and I don't know. But I'm that far behind that it won't be back in 1 month.
Oh, same here. I've got tons of stuff.
And you can't be, because if you've got all the Omega units, every Omega unit will take you at least 10 days in upgrading.
Per level.
Yep, per level. So if you have something that's still elite and you want to make him Omega, every level is 7 days upgrade.
Yep.
I know. I've just done that with my Titan. My Titan became Omega on Thursday morning, and at the very end of the Titan event is actually I still had a Titan, so I had to unlock an Elite Titan first. So that's all 10 fucking levels over the past 3 months.
Yeah, well, at Kickside they really wanted, I think, everybody to have the Omega Titan. Because how often the Omega Titan bases has spawned the last month?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Every other day it seems to.
Perfectly. We've been out that long.
It seems like, out on YouTube, Gamer Boy's like, he says, I hate how the new Shadow Ops unit is in the event. If you have air, you have stuff that only shoots air, you'll be able to take it. But first, I recommend kill as much as you can of the base, because for the, I believe it's the 55, and I know it's the 95 because I'm working on the 95 now. You have to kill the new Herald. If you want to be efficient with your time, with the 95, you can actually kill the top of it and kill the 2 war factories, and then you can feed around with a Hades or a Tempest, and then you can knock it out. Because The war factories, they spawn hammers that will. I know from experience. I spent like 20 minutes messing with one of the hammers that kept chasing my Tempest and my Hades, but he wouldn't chase my SF. And so I dropped a Mav on the what you call it, the water buildings, and then I kind of killed the top with if you've got Mavs, you can kill radio towers, and then go like cyclones, anything like that. Otherwise, you can use Growler and Jericho if you have that, or Growler and Hellhounds. Like a bunch of different options for clearing the top of the base. And then once you get that cleared, then you have to use something that specifically targets air. So Tempest, Hades, Stingers would work, but you probably do it for a while just because of the amount of health he has. But Hades and Tempest really do good damage. My Hades is level 1, I think, or no, I think it's level 5 or 6, and
Gamer Boy also asked if the Ultra Tank is still good. No. There was a time that they were a great meat shield, but now they die in 3 to 5 seconds if they come into a base. So it's not really a unit you want to go for.
If you have Dante with them, it'll make it better. Dante's the Ultra Tank hero. Become a little bit better, but still. I mean, if you're a medium level player, you can still use them in your base, but you're better off probably with Liberators. If you've got a ton of Liberators.
If you really want to go for stuff in the event store and you're still a relatively new player, go for things like Liberators, Howlers. The Expert Howler. Go for Expert Cyclone. Those kinds of things. Those will still be valuable. Go for Hades for your air defense. Go for Vindicators if you want more area damage. But the old units, the old SF units, you can pretty much forget about them. That's also why they are all last chance in Gear Store.
Oh yeah. How many of you guys rolled up to like a level 30 to 40 base, and you look at the base and you're just like, whatever, I'll hit this easily. And then you see a crap load of Liberators or Tempest or whatever in there, and you're like, all right, well, I can't just send my air in or whatever. Like, you can't just, even if your base isn't all that upgraded, just having Liberators and Howlers and stuff like that in your base will make it that much more powerful.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but I'm 75 with bugger all.
If you also libs in your bunker will help a lot too. If you're struggling with the defense wave or even just attackers, they eat up the Titan drones really fast. One SF2 combination, that's a beast. And get weapons up. Yeah, the weapons lab is really good. That's another thing. Yep. If you can get that weapons lab maxed, you'll get something called a missile bastion.
An anti-missile?
Anti-missile bastion, which basically will block people from being able to use missiles in your base until they destroy it. And so that, once you put one of them in, a lot of the higher players, they mainly attack with missiles, and so you'll get a lot more losses to your base just because they're trying to get to your missile bastion. A lot of higher level players will use the Phantom to get it. So if you protect your missile bastion with like Hades, Acolytes, and Tempest and stuff like that, you'll stand a better chance of killing their Phantom. And then ask a high level player when you plant it, how would you attack my missile bastion? Ask a couple like that, and then with the Phantom, what direction would you come? And then set up your defenses accordingly. like advanced preserver, Brother Jeremiah, expert grenades. KX, I would like to see. KX says there's one SF combination that could be advanced preservers, Brother Jeremiah, expert grenaders. How would they do against like a fight of late acolytes or something like that, like one of the new ones? And plus, it also matters if you have tech on them or not. Like right now, if you ain't got like gold tech or grenades or anything, then they're just gonna be flies. You sneeze on them and they die. Owls, yes. Drop Bear mentioned owls. Owls are good for your silo.
Well, owls are also useful in your attack platoon in your air.
Yep, and owls are good if you don't have someone's got a missile bastion and you want to take out bunkers. If they don't have a max level radio power, you can use your owls to take out bunkers. Because if they don't have a bunker full of libs or a base full of libs, a lot of times you can get a bunker with an owl. If the missile tower, the anti-missile bastion ain't up. So now, I think presenting on YouTube, Dutch is doing one of these Omega Titan or Phantom bases here.
Yeah, but it's not going as planned. It was a couple misclicks, and then I lost my Jericho.
Shit happens.
If you hold shift,
it's just a Jericho.
if you hold shift,
What if I hold?
then it'll. If you hold shift, like on your keyboard, and then click, it will only target actual unit. And so if you click like next to the unit, then it'll be fine.
It was not that much mistake. It was my Jericho was on top, and I needed to back him up, and then I clicked on my sandstorm, so that left my Jericho uncontrolled on a time that was not really wanted.
Yeah, I wish they had like a retreat all button, like you just hit it and all your stuff just goes away all at once. Because I mean, you can hit end attack, but you know, it takes time. I ain't taking it with a buggy. Uh-oh. What kind of tech are you guys going for in this event?
Anti-armor rounds mostly.
It looks that they jacked up the prices, the coin prices, repair prices.
How do you
I
mean?
wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, normally 1 hour was 3 coins.
I think it depends on the units that are actually in there.
Yeah.
Because like an hour of libs will be cheaper than like an hour, in theory, like an hour on your Inferno. I would imagine. Because libs, an hour on libs might be, what, 2 or 3, 4 of them dead completely?
This ain't right either.
But
There's something off.
and I think it's the number of units as well. So like a bunch of liberators might actually be more if you've got like 100 or 50 liberators in a thing. Or however many could fit. There's 60, so you could fit 50. That's crazy.
Well, I think the timing is off.
The what?
Because it shouldn't be 1 hour repair on this toon, because I had more damage than only my Jericho, and the Jericho is 1 hour.
Cancel it, and then go back in. Sometimes it messes up like that. Like cancel it and then repair it.
I tried, but I already coined it.
Now Kicksai employees' kids can go to a soccer game or a football game because you coined that repair. Congratulations for thinking about those small people.
Do it.
Little
do it-
Johnny
do
gets
it
to go to a
happily.
baseball game.
What do the Unshackled guys think of the legendary units?
Ooh. I
Oh,
haven't
you mean,
played
you mean the
I think they are obsolete before they could even be used. If I'm looking at a legendary Hellfire, which was well, when they came out, everybody was very high expectations of it.
Oh yeah, it had great potential, but it's too slow. It's just
It takes forever to kill something with it because the damage that the rockets do isn't that big.
Yeah, it takes,
Same as with the legendary Ultra Tank. I've got them. I've never used them.
because they take up so much space in your room. You but like five, I think 5 is the max Hellfires you can get, and 5 Hellfires will do nothing to a base even with 700 range.
But then you've got only Hellfires. Any normal, anyone with one howler in his base will kill them.
Maybe you can
Especially for online.
offline, but yeah, that's you'd have to hope they're offline and have like nothing in their base.
I also find it. I more think that it is a unit for the people who want the old stuff. You know, like in the beginning that you had the elite Hellfires with elite Gatling trucks, things like that. Now, people who wanted that a little bit back, then they introduced the legendary units for. But
And I remember back then you'd be able to wreck some stuff with just some Hellfires and some
yeah,
with
but
your,
come on,
helicopter.
in who knows a base that a legendary Hellfire or a legendary Ultra Tank can do any damage?
Iron Strike 35.
Yeah, but any player base,
But you can't
any player base, a legendary Mega Tank, he's dead before he gets in range for shooting.
even if you drop the bunkers, let's assume you have the bunkers, I would imagine that the Avalanche would still wreck it. And your any base team that you have.
No, the only thing that a legendary Mega Tank is good for is cleaning up mines. Because if you've got the tech on it where you get 95% less damage of mines, that means you can run over all mines before you're dead. That's the only thing what I think that you can use the unit for.
What, it's
Mine clearing, yeah.
a bulky minesweeper then, with the space it takes up.
And the same with the legendary laser tank. Yeah, it has 575 range, but have you seen the DPS that thing does?
The previous server back when we had it, it would wipe a whole plot of like Kara with all her grenaders and all that crap. It did nothing to a I think it did it to a Balder. I attacked a Balder with it, and Balder just wrecked him. But he was just about to shoot me, and then she died. I just charged my thing to them, and I charged up. Just as she was about to shoot me, it released and just killed him one shot. Killed the SF, and so it's good for old SF, but maybe Liberators. I wonder if it's good against Liberators, because that would be interesting. And you can't use this stuff in base defense either, because that would be cool.
Yeah, but it would only be good against Liberator if it could take a punch.
Yeah, exactly.
But they can't. Come on, what's 1.5 million or 2 million health in the game as it is developing now?
Nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I refer to those units as the legendary Mega Turd and the legendary Laser Turd. because that's essentially what they are, pieces of shit. They're just utterly useless space-taking.
Oh, a nice wall decoration.
Yeah. And I loved the Hellfires back in the day when they,
Yep.
so 3 years ago, they were great units doing sickle syndicates 25s, and the small thoriums, the medium thoriums. It's what I used them for. And these ones are PvP only, and they're just utterly useless, but they've obviously been in development, so they've had to bring them out.
Yeah, well, I think that they will silently be moved away, and nobody will ever hear of them again.
I wonder whose baby in development that was, because it wasn't a great. It was a nice idea, but in practice, considering everything else that's in the game now, it's utterly useless.
Yeah, well, I think that those units were still when they were going the old way, with lots of repair times and things like that, and a lot of upgrading, and also upgrading the tech in the tech store. And somewhere in the middle, they made a direction change with units that can only be upgraded to level 10. Tech don't need to upgrade.
Yeah.
Just one level. That's the direction they went, and I think they just did it halfway. So you've got some units that are still with the old mindset, and you've got the new units.
Yeah. If anything, they were one far too bloody expensive. XP wise. Complete another waste of a lot of XP.
Not only XP wise, but if you want to upgrade the damn asshole, let me check. Tech center. The legendary mega tank we're talking about. Yeah, legendary mega tank. To level it up, you need 200 million resources in 5 days.
A waste of time.
Yeah,
That's
but
the one.
the major thing that I have against the legendary units is the upgrading of the tech, because then you're gonna really shit your pants. Yeah, really, legendary mega tank. The upgrades start 120 million of each resources and 60 million thorium. That's just to bring it one level up.
How many levels does it have on the tech?
6. 6 and 6 different kinds of tech.
Stuff that.
And it's level based too, so you have to level it up before you can put more tech in it.
Yep. So you need to bring it to level 10, will you, if you want to use all the tech there is on it. Then the tech only gets good when it gets upgraded. So grind your ass off. I'm saying that's what I say.
Here's a question I want to pose to the panel. This is from Gamerboy out on YouTube, and it's actually a good question. How do you know what tech to use for your units? So how do you? Well, with the new survivor units, it's gotten a lot easier because
You only have to
only has things you can use. So you look at your spot and you pick which one you like better. So for instance, I'll use the detonators. The red spot has shock, and it has the busted status. I can't think of the name right now, but stun, whatever the busted status where it stuns bunkers, and concussion. There we go. And so I would shop some detonators with shock for vehicles, and I would workshop others with stun for infantry if I want to go against a pack of liberators, let's say. And so let's say I'm team sniping and I catch a pack of liberators out on the map. I would then you can use a shock missile or a concussion missile, or
will it land in a platoon of lips? Because they are targetable.
Sorry, Flight of SF.
Okay.
Yeah, or acolytes. There we go. Flight of acolytes, because this way they won't actually hit it. And actual acolytes are bad because they can't even get concussed. I don't know, some infantry unit that can't be concussed, that's not a liberator. You can use your...
A liberator has his anti-concussion tech on it. If you
that too. But like, yeah, actually, the liberator is a perfect example. You can't use a concussion missile because, they'll shoot it down. So you could bring in a detonator with the concussion tech. Now, if they got a bunch of Punishers and Dante or whatever, or heck, even these new Ardra and Purifiers, right now before they get the shock tech, you can use the detonator with the shock. So now with all your hero units, each one's got 2 specific tech. You have rare, which is the gold. You have semi-rare, which is silver. And you have common, which is red. And so as you do shadow out bases, invasion, now events, you'll get a lot of these techs for specific units. And so we have a lot of faction units. And so each one's got its own tech, and you can't really share tech between.
Yeah, but
you can't share tech between the faction unit.
Yeah, but to make it simple, if you're talking about things like Cyclones, who has still got the old schematic Gamer Boy, I would first go. There are simple rules. Number 1, can you get range tech for it? Yes, then that's one of the most important things that you will need. Because this game, everything evolves around range. So if you can equip your unit with range, that's one of the most important things. Fire rate, damage, those are also very useful techs to use on units. And if you keep that little guidelines in mind, you can pretty build your own good army.
Yep. When I workshop my stuff, I always go for range and damage as much as I can with the old schematic stuff, because I'm not much of a... I don't like having defense tech on my stuff, and so I'm always all about attack and trying to do the most damage in the least amount of time.
Speed and acceleration is, of course, useful to enhance movement speed of certain units. It's no use in putting it on a slow-moving unit. But for like a Howler, especially in your base defense, it's very nice because you can run around the Omega Titan. You can run around the Omega Sandstorm.
If you look at the stats on...
But even for Howlers, you've got certain gold tech. That's the Bloodhound bullets, the gold one. If you upgrade it to level 6, you get 25 more range on your Howlers.
This is... Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Punishers with the shots ignore the walls.
Yep, that's a Punisher gold tech. Common... special gold tech, I think. But that is something for the Punishers.
Like how
nice
you take your Howlers against definitely going to want to have speed, because this way you don't get the splash. You don't get as much splash from the Titan drones as well as the Titan itself.
No, but that's why in units like a Howler, it is still. But if I should have to choose between range or speed on my Howler, I would still go for the range.
I'd be more inclined to go for speed, because you can run around things. and with the tech where it's gives added bonus while moving. So you use your speed, run circles around it. With the likes of the Omega Sandstorm and that sort of stuff, you're running around it, running in circles, and you're keeping ahead of the incoming fire, but you're also getting an added bonus, so you're doing more damage as you're moving.
And see, there's not really one right tech.
For which unit, Gamer Boy? He's asking, is the tech in the gear store good to use? It's always better than
No tech at all.
Yeah. Even if you can get the common nitrogen injectors and the common reload speed, I'm thinking, or point. What is that called again? Let me check. I always have to check my own howlers.
Yeah, like my Cyclones, they didn't have anything, and I don't have gold and silver tech for them, so I went and just bought stuff out of the gear store to put on them, just so they get a little bit of a damage boost.
Things like target lock, because target lock, even the common one will give you 40% damage boost if you're moving. And if
that's what I've been using.
And if you've got expert howler, the gold tech that's now in the gear store is very good for the howler.
Oh, it's 50.
My personal is because I'm more an offensive user with my howlers. I would go for Bloodhound bullets and driving ice combined. If you can't control your units that well, then armored tires together with Bloodhound bullets would be good, because the armored tires would give you more damage resistance.
What do the other two tech give you? Just so that's why they have it out on YouTube. The Bloodhound and the driving ace.
The Bloodhound and the driving ace that will give you a 30% damage boost, and at max it will give you an increased movement speed by 10%. And the armored tires will give you a 40% damage reduction while moving. And the Bloodhound bullets will increase your infantry damage by 60% and your range by 25 at max.
And that's something also with your gold tech. That's my sense term, but with your gold tech, look at the level 6 of it. I never would have put Bloodhound bullets on my thing, because I just saw increased damage to infantry. I was just looking at the level 1, and my buddy Dutch, he goes, "Well, no, you have to look at the 6 tech, and it's got range on it." And I was like, "Oh, I quickly switched over from the armored tires to that."
Well, then Gamer Boy, if you can control your units without problems, then I would go for the Thank you, Paul. But Gamer Boy, since you can control your units and you can control them good, then I would go with the driving ace and the Hellhound bullets, because it will give them such a damage boost. And then you can even have your normal slots with the normal common tech, and you would still have badass howlers.
Best thing is learn how to drive them, because they are fast units. They can outrun a lot of fire from enemy, and then shop them with everything that give them extra DPS.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I like to use on them. The Bloodhound bullets, they only give the extra range when you get it maxed out.
Yep.
So level 6. And then I got the driving ace, and it's not only the extra damage boost while moving, but also 10% moving speed. I like also the extra nitro injectors, extra speed, extra acceleration, and the other two are extra DPS.
Yep.
I don't have the other ones, that's why I'm stuck on that one, but every little bit helps.
Also, go to that bottom left tech.
Bottom
No,
left.
right there. Go on the target one.
The target.
Right, left one, right there. So with that one, I want to point out to everyone, there's a key thing on this. You have to be moving in order to get that one. So with the howlers, don't ever leave them sitting. Always keep them moving, because A, you get, if you use this tech, you get bonus from it. But B, howlers are very squishy, and so they will die if you don't keep them moving. And so, yeah, if you're gonna put stuff on them now, see if Dutch, he's gone with the nitrous rounds, or the nitrous rockets in the back, so this way it'll speed it up. If you guys have a Go Commando and you don't have the gold nitrous, that'll give you a speed boost as well, and also you can buy a speed boost in the gear store as well. That'll give you 12. Now, what's the gold one give you? What's the gold nitrous give you? 20,
20.
but it gives you acceleration and minus damage, so.
I don't know about you guys, but I always have one howler in my base that's equipped with charge ordnance.
Yep, that'll work too if people come in with stuff that can be shot. That's just nasty. Like, I hate hitting bases when they got charged ordnance and stuff.
Yep. Yes, he will do less damage, but a purifier for the moment will get shocked. A hammer tank will get shocked. A vindicator will get shocked. A Hades will get shocked.
And the howler does so much damage anyways that, you know, it'll still do some decent damage if you hit the charged ordnance on it.
Yeah. And the thing is with the purifier, the hammers, they are guaranteed shots. So if they shoot at you, they hit you. That's why charged ordnance is a good addition in one of your platoon howlers, so it gets shot before it shoots.
Got a question out in YouTube. Gamer Boy is asking, can you upgrade an advanced unit to expert at this current time?
Yes, Paul. Hammer has anti-shock tech.
Yeah.
At this point, you have to have a specific base to do that. Like, you can upgrade an Elite Titan to an Omega Titan if you've got the parts, an Elite Hydra to an Omega Hydra if you've got the part. But if you've got, like, an advanced Kara or Sheila promoted one, you can't promote that. You can't get them to advanced or expert. If you have an advanced Tempest, you can't get that to expert unless you have to, like, buy the expert Tempest, which will be in the the event store next event as per Skip Jack, the Queen of War Commander. So when you guys see her again, thank her and whatnot. But like howlers, if you have silver howlers, you can't get them to gold unless you buy them in the gear store, and then you have to scrap the other ones. Jericho, Doran, Dante, if you buy these expert, you have to scrap your original. So you can't. It'd be nice if you could just promote from silver to gold, but at this current time, you can't do that.
Guys, Gamer Boy asks if he can only get one gold tech from the store. What should he get for his howler?
The Bloodhound.
Yeah, but that's because it's the range.
Yeah, only for the range. Because if it didn't have the range, only the extra damage to the infantry, then it would be worthless.
Yeah. But you have to see it like this, Gamer Boy. Your howler in a defense plat will get his 20% boost for range boost against air. Since it has 475, I'm guessing, or 500. What's the range on it?
Ooh, damn. Now you asked me something.
475. With 20% range boost on that That would mean that there is 1995 coming by, then it will go 570. And then depending on how the calculation with KickSci goes, because sometimes they use the 20% only on the base distance or the base range on a unit. So in both ways, one will be 595, and in the other one it will be just over 600 range that your howler will get against air. And every second you can fire sooner at a target, that's a bonus.
Oh yeah. That's what I love with howlers is they're sustained, so they always hit, but you can move them and put the range on them, and they just become that much more powerful. I always like to shoot first and not get hit. That's always my event. That's always my advice when somebody says, "How do you do this base?" I always say, "Shoot the enemy, don't get hit." That's the advice I can give.
Yep.
Gamer Boy Mavs are Mavericks. They're a type of missile that you can shoot. You gotta have your defense lab up to a certain level. But Mavericks and Peacekeepers and Bullseyes,
Yep.
they will help you with this event. A lot of us on this panel are high levels, over 40, and I think we all are actually. And we all use Mavs and Bullseyes and PKs and bases, as far as I know. So I hated using Bullseyes and all that because it costs res, but I just see how they make these bases so much better to do when you knock out a radio tower or a floating hunter. And by the way, this is the first time I'm saying it live. I've stopped. I never upgraded my Bullseye from level 5 because it was cheaper, but now I'm officially upgrading it to max because I'm looking at the Ronin base. That Ronin base, the 115, and it would be leaps and bounds easier. Not easier, better if I could just drop the 2 hunters. So, you guys are KickSci's finally broken me and got me to upgrade my.
they finally wore it down.
Yep. What was the other? Oh yeah, they finally wore me down to get my second rocket silo, and so now they finally, after about 3 years of waiting for that, and they finally wore me down for my Bullseye. Now I got one like level 11 or 10 rocket silo and one that's level 1. So it looks really funny. But the level 1 can hide very nicely behind the CC with an EPS rocket. I've already got plans for it, but I don't really want to give that spot up for my missile bashing. So I'll have to see. What are the best rockets to use? My rockets I have level 5 and what are the best rockets to use? So I'll leave that to you guys. What rockets do you like? What I guess he's talking about missiles and not rockets in the rocket silo. I could be wrong, but what missiles do you guys use?
I like using the Mavericks and the Bullseyes. They are both stealth. So unless you got the anti-missile bastion up, you can. They got the guaranteed hit. And the difference between the Mav is the Mav got busted state effect. So if you are destroying a bunker, it won't spawn any units, and it got a bigger radius than the Bullseye. The Bullseye got a smaller radius, a bigger DPS, and it can actually destroy airborne buildings, like the airborne platforms, if you aim them well. And those are the 2 I use the most.
And from my experience, it means your Bullseye's got to be maxed because I had the level 5 ones, as I mentioned before, and I tried like 30 Bullseyes aiming right where people would tell me. I've even had some people in Hangouts with me, and I say, is this right where to hit it? And they go, yeah. And that's where I drop it every single time, and it didn't work. So I'm thinking I got to be maxed to be able to hit floaters. But once they do get maxed, yes, they will be very, very amazing. Very, very amazing. I guess if that's good English or whatever. I don't know. I'm not an English major. It'll be very, very good.
And a good thing to know is a Maverick cannot destroy airborne, and a bullseye does if you aim them on the footprint. That's how you got to aim them. If you're a little bit off with the bullseye, then it doesn't get totally destroyed. And it also depending on what level, especially the heavy platforms. Once they are a certain level, they are not one hit destroy anymore.
Yeah, if the Mavericks just hit air, I would never use a bullseye again.
Well, I just did a 110 and I got a free repair.
No, we don't say free repair. We say acceptable damage or acceptable repairs. You know.
Well, I was thinking about it all day, and I decided to use the TT ops and a few mavs, obviously, for takeouts and bunkers. And I put the TT ops in front of everything, and it just cleared everything.
For those out on YouTube, TT is Twin Titan ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, we didn't even biggest thing ever. We didn't go over. Use your spec ups. Got spare medals?
Nope.
Spec ups.
I didn't use any spec ups.
Well, not for us, but you know, medium players. Yeah. Medium levels spec ops will help you out. If you go you get free medals every week from Infamy payout. If you hit level 0, not level 0, but 0 Infamy basis, you can get easily 1,500 to 2,000 Infamy, and you get like 60 to 80K a week in medals just for holding a certain Infamy level. And then once you can just let that stock up, you got 4 weeks of 60K. That's 240,000 medals for the event. And then once you got 240,000 you can play around with. Well, the Twin Titan op is 2 hours and is 6,000.
Yeah.
That's 40 of them you can get. So I think you should be all right with 40 of them. That's 80 hours of the event that you just use those ops. Titan transform behind it. Oh yeah. Up deal. I get 60. Yeah, 60K a week by hitting level 10 abandoned. If you keep doing that, eventually you'll get to a point where you get 2 per base, and then you'll be at a pretty decent Infamy level for free medals. Now, obviously, if you're a glutton for punishment, you can just keep hitting hitting them for 2. But obviously, the more Infamy the person has, the more you'll get up to a certain amount. Because then you also have to, it's weird because it's within the bracket. Like if you fight in the same tier, you'll get a certain amount. If you fight a tier above you, you get a certain amount. It's weird, and I've always just went the more Infamy they have, the more Infamy I get. But also, it seems the closer you are to them in Infamy, the more you take as well. But Kickstand is just weird with that. But either way, you'll get 100 or so if you get somebody really close to you. Usually, so 1,800 Infamy. Yeah, you get like, I think gold 1 starts at like 2,600, or gold 3. I mean, maybe 3 to 1, right? Where 1 is the best. I think, I don't know, the lowest gold tier is like 2,400. I'm double checking the booster. And yeah, not really that bad to get, just with dead bases. And if you really want to get it up, hit like 10 bases a day. And I would give it 40 Infamy a day at 2. Now, if you've only got 1,800, I'm sure you're probably still getting about 510 per base, if not more. And that's the Well, 'cause I can't see the. I think I can get on the leaderboard. Google. No, I won't let me. But yeah, whatever. It's only. There you go. XP 2800. 2800 is the one of the golds. And then we got 3600. Yeah, 3600 is really good. 150K a week. And that is very nice. I'm sitting at 112 right now. I'm hoping by next event I'll be in gold. The top gold one. There's that extra 3K in medals to help with the Missile Bastion. Not the Missile Bastion, the Twin Titans. Every week. If you run Twin Titans every day, it's going to cost you 42,000 medals a week. And so if you're able to do the 90s, if you've got Max Maverick or even the Twin Titan up, you do 2 of them per day, and you'll get like another 112,000 a week just for doing 2 bases every day. And I think the medal bases are out Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and Saturday. I think Friday or Saturday.
No, medal bases are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Okay. So there you go. That's 4 days.
And probably we're gonna look at the double payout. It's after the last event and the event before that. They had a 1 week double payout on the Highway C.90 basis.
Such a stupid ass grind.
Wait, double payout for
Medals.
when was this?
Medals.
Yeah, when
When?
was this?
After the previous event and after the event before, we had 1 week double payout on the Highway C medal basis.
Yeah, I would have heard.
The double payout has only been once. What has been more has been that they upgrade the thorium payout.
No, I believe we already had it twice that they pay out 30K medals for 1 week after the event.
No, not that I know of, but I could be missing something.
Yeah, if they paid out double, I want my double payment.
No,
It was about a month ago, maybe even longer, 2 months ago, that they did that, and it was 30,000K medals.
Huh.
It was only for a couple of days, though.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to take off. I gotta get ready for work.
Okay, Firebird. Later.
Good to see guys.
But
later.
30s and 90s now. Yeah, I remember when they were CC only 90s. That was beautiful. And even the CC 50s, CC only 50s, 55s. That was nice. That would be nice if they could do the CC 55, not the VK 55s, but not CC only and leave them out on the map every day. Medals are up. Just like a nice even base. So there's the 40s just ain't cutting it for them, and the 90s are too hard. You got a middle base. But for Gamer Boy, he was saying in 1800 Infamy, and if he goes up much higher, that we'll hit him. If you load your base with Liberators scattered, and if you have Silver Tempest, hide them under buildings. And a lot of people will see, oh, it's a low level, it's a 37 base. Let me just throw my air in. And the Silver Tempest, if you got the right tech on it, got a couple of them, will put a serious hurt in, if not kill air. And yeah, owls will definitely help if you can hide your drone silos. Should they come in with ground, you'll see the owls come out and they'll either end attack or they'll just suffer the damage. So a lot of people, for some reason, they don't end attack when they see the drone silo bust open, and so they just take the damage on their air, or on their ground. Which I don't understand that, but for the Tempest, I speak from experience. I killed level 35 base, I think it was, or 32. There was a Silver Tempest underneath the CC. I didn't see it. Well, I busted the CC, and as soon as I saw the Tempest, I hit end attack just out of instinct, because my Titan and Sandstorm were very badly damaged already from using them before all day, and I didn't want to lose them, and so I quickly hit end attack, and I got a 1-star instead of a 3-star. So you could get instances like that. I'm a level 43, the 44 hopefully by July or August. Normally, I should have smoked the base, but because of that Silver Tempest. And also, if you have hunters, put 2 hunters up, and that might deter some people as well, unless they're just serious infamy hunters and they don't care about losses. But if somebody hits you, even if they flat you, you want them to walk away with as much damage as you can get. And you can take out of them. So I don't care if somebody flats me, but I only count it as a loss to me if it's under like 8 hours of damage. If they flatten me under 8 hours of damage, then I'm like, all right, I need a base design rework or something. But if they're getting a day or 2 repairs and they're like, haha, I bubbled you, I'm like, well, yeah, but at what cost? Some people should Kickstarter remove my kind of like the workshop unit 10. I miss the old days when you could hide. Oh yeah, couple player. Yeah, only 3 on this. What do you call it? I would put, if you want to really mess with people, put a heavy gunner randomly instead, like scattered, and put workshop in him, and then put your libs. And if you unworkshop your libs, like if you don't have workshopped libs, you'll make them a little bit weaker, but you can hide them better in your walls or under buildings or something. Because it'd be nice if we didn't have to have the little design on their head, or if we could take the design off when we remove the tech to hide them. But there's 2 kinds of players when it comes to base defense. There's players that like to hide everything and make you think that you got make the defender or the attacker think that you have an empty base. And so then you'll look at their base and don't look like they have anything. It takes a while to set it up like that, and assuming that none of the units move, that's really the base to go into, because you think, oh, that's easy, I'll just air it, and then, oops, a Gold Tempest pops out here, 30 Liberators pop out here, and then bye-bye. Then you have the other base, like, I'll use Lonnie for example. He just has everything out, most of his stuff out. He's got Howlers out, he's got Tempest out, and he wants you to know what he has. And so this way, he's basically saying back off. And so it's up to you what kind of base you want to be, what kind of person you want to be. As far as base defense, Howlers, Liberators, Acolytes, these are all Tempest. These are all really good. They're all in the gear store or the event store as well. And so if you can get some XP, you can stock up and just make the base that much better. Now, if you want to, that's another thing. Once you get over like 2,000 infamy, don't always leave a full crew in your base. Don't leave it empty. Because then somebody that's just looking for infamy, you'll just be like, oh, free base. Like I said before, if they're gonna hit you, you want to give them a lot of damage. Give them a lot of damage as they might get 100 infamy off of you, but what did it cost them? Then if they brag and say, "Ha, I took the 100 infamy off of you," you say, "Yeah."
Just give them a bloody nose on the way out.
What was that?
Just give them a bloody nose on the way out.
Are you heading off?
Well, Gamer Boy, a good base design. Well, a good base design, it depends all on what your position is on the map. But I see a lot of people now with the triangular design, which I think Gabi could do. designed. But a good base, yeah, for me, a good base has several layers of defense, and it has several layers of range on it.
Oh yeah, I want to do that. Scout this.
And a middle base design, yeah, it's always difficult. And the best thing is, well, nowadays a lot of bases are going back to the middle because of the Juggernaut. Because one thing, of course, with a corner design is that if the Juggernaut gets one shot off at that corner, you're pretty much bye-bye.
Yeah.
You see, the corner base is good for stuff that's not a Juggernaut.
It's good. It's good to prevent most of the people that will attack you, to prevent them from being able to spawn their heir. That's usually with corner setups. The bad side of a corner setup now is the Juggernaut, because if he comes in a dead corner, he can take out a shot instantly.
Now, and even within base designs, you've got two setups. You've got the really compact one, like mine and Dutch, and I think Hellfire's got it too.
What?
Really compact base design.
At this moment, yeah, but I just threw something together for event, and
Yep.
and after event I'm gonna redesign again. But I'm thinking you can, like you see it. You've got two different kinds of base setups. One is the base setup where everything is spread out, and you've got the base setup where everything is compact. Well, the difference in both ideology is that the one says, okay, if you take a shot at my base, at least 3/4 of my base will still be alive and will still be kicking on you. The other ideology is, I'm trying to kill you before you can get a shot off. And then you go more for a compact design. And I have to say, each base has its pro and its cons. The pro of a wide base is that it takes a long time to kill it, especially with a Juggernaut. But on that hand, a Juggernaut will always do damage on a widespread base. And in a compact base, or you're dead, or you're the victor.
Those drones.
A lot of overlapping fire.
Actually
And
pretty
it's
tough.
a lot harder to take with ground and whatnot, unless they got a Juggernaut. But then the wider base is it's a little bit easier to take because you don't have as much overlapping fire. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot longer to take. So you have to pick your choice now. Me, I like the compact base because I love the overlapping fire, and so it's really good in onslaught events, and you don't have to sit there and switch it around. I still have no idea how like Lonnie does onslaughts and stuff like that because his base is so wide. But like I guess he coins his base tune, but that's another thing. You want to protect your base tune as much as you can, and the wide base generally doesn't allow for that because it doesn't usually have a ring around the outside and maybe a few walls around your bunkers and stuff, but you just don't have enough walls to like, your tunes are just out in the open. So once they break in a wall, it's all wide open. And so the benefit of a wide base is if you're on a corner and you handicap their air. Because a lot of people, they fight air heavy, and so if you can handicap your opponent in any way, go for it. So I like being in the middle of the base, middle of the sector for Rez and Thor and stuff like that for grinding. But at the end of the day, I go jump to a corner, and I jump to the corner that's best for me. So my corner is at the bottom because my base is set up at the top. This way, since I'm at the bottom, all my opponent's air should spawn at the top. And that's right where it's going to die because that's where all my defenses are. I got a couple type of stuff there, acolytes and stuff for the Phantom, and then I got the same is going to do some serious damage, if not kill, an Omega Titan and Sandstorm. As long as they don't put any ground with it. So I handicap my opponent. So this way it makes it that much harder. Because at the end of the day, any base can be flat. But it's just how much do you want to lose? And so, see appeal. But yeah, a lot of people, they want to, if they're in a war, they don't want to kill their whole plat in one base. Now, if they're a serious coiner, you know, that doesn't matter. Them repairs don't matter. But if you talk to somebody
Against the coiner, you will always lose.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Because
Because
they don't care how much losses they will sustain. They just want your base flat. So even if it will wreck their main attack platoon, they would still do it.
To get a base replay thingy where we could see what happened offline. The best thing to do to see how people are two ways. One, just jump to a random sector that you're not allies with and just go talk crap and just let's go jump to sector 1 or one of them big war sectors. And they'll give you a free base test free of charge. If you really want a strong base test, go to Sector 91. They're loaded with a lot of, I'm going to call them special players that use an unfair advantage. And so, yeah, that'll really give you a good base test. Then the second way is just to get a good friend that you know is a really strong hitter and just say, hey, go for it, and I'll just watch. And just watch what they do and see how they attack. And like somebody was using his Omega Phantom, and it went over. I thought a bunch of Liberators would kill it, and before it got my missile bastion, and I told him to hit my thing, and it got my bastion, and so I rearranged and I adjusted. I thought I could hide my missile bastion with trophies and behind my CC, and I told somebody, Dutch and Devo, I said, hey, you guys bring in owls and hit it. And I tried to stop Dutch's Onis, and it didn't work. And Devo, he was able to hit my missile bastion, just even though I thought I had it targeted. So just having friends like that, they're willing to sacrifice units for the good of the community. That's good. And pretty much anyone on the Unshackled panel or whatever for free. Yeah, shoot us a PM if you got any questions about base defense or what tech goes on what or anything like that. Most of us are kind, and we'll respond back. Hellfire, I don't know. He's a little greedy with his tactics. He wasn't sure.
No, mate, I'm always willing to help.
Hellfire never shares videos. He never like. Under the bus today. Oh, I totally forgot.
What would people think of me now, mate? Nice friend.
I think it deserves a bubble for that.
Permanent bubble.
Permanent bubble.
I would like to request, if I must get a bubble, that Venom be the one to try to do it. 4%. We were going to rave run, and he just, I guess it was my birthday, and so he says, hey, birthday bubble, and he sent his air, got decimated, sent the ground, and that got decimated and got like 4%. So yep, I'd like to have him be my birthday. Yeah, Hellfire will send you all the gold you need for repairs.
Dobba gold, yeah.
If you authorize the hit, usually the hitman contractor is the one that pays out, not the actual hitman. So, or not the actual person that gets it. So you have to square up with him for the payment. It's funny, Venom appears in the YouTube chat just as we start talking about him.
Yep. he was there all the time.
Yep, he's just waiting for that to come up. What's up, Venom? How's life treating you and everything and all that good stuff? So, yeah. We got an hour and almost 2 hours. We still got 20 people running strong for my channel too. Like, this ain't even the Unshackled channel, so that's pretty impressive. 9 likes. Well, there was a challenge issued. If we got 100 likes, that I would say a swear word on this live channel, but we've got 9 likes so far out of 20. Yes. Is it Cal Growl, or is YouTube's name Mr. Legend WC?
Yeah.
Kill another good tip in these waves, or these attack waves. Kill the Go-Go Bar in the defense lab to reduce damage. Go-Go Bar gives the Kixeye units an attacking bonus,
yep.
and the defense lab gives them a defending bonus. So if you kill them both, the bases will be a lot more manageable.
That is, if the defense lab is how I call it, has 2 ribs on it, because then it's level 11 or higher, and then it will give you the defense bonus. So the moment that you see a defense lab with 2 yellow ribs on them, then it will give a bonus. Otherwise, it's no use to killing it, because till level 10 it doesn't give a damage bonus.
Hey Dutch, did you kill the defense lab in that base yet? I want to show them what it looks like.
No, but the thing is that Grenadier has a charge ordnance on them, so that's why my purifiers work shocked constantly.
Now I wanted to, because you're still presenting on YouTube, so I wanted to show them. Oh yeah, see that defense lab's probably maxed right there. Let's see how it's got. It's
not maxed. That defense lab has 1 rib, 1 yellow rib. Look at your own defense lab. From level 11, the defense lab gets 2 yellow ribs.
You're talking about on the left side?
On the right side.
Like the little openings.
No, you've got on the right side. You've got the yellow rectangular shape. Yeah, and if from level 11, it will become 2. Look at your own base. You will see the difference. It will have 2 yellow ribs on them, and the second one will come from level 11, and from level 11 you will get a damage boost.
Oh, I did not know this. We learn something new every day.
That's where I always look at, because it's no use in killing a defense lab if the defense lab doesn't give a boost. On the other hand, the Go-Go Bar will always give your attack. It will always give the defense units a boost, and then the max boost is 48% on a level 10 Go-Go Bar.
You guys know what the defense lab is? Because Paul was asking in. And Venom, if you want to go ahead and make 85 alt accounts, be my guest. Hey, you only need to make 76 more now. We're up to 14 likes.
Well, Paul, they changed that. I think the first level is 12%, and max is 20. The first is 10 or 12%.
War Commander Wiki.
Yep.
I haven't upgraded my policy. That's weird. By the way, just a little shameless plug. Troy on the wiki does a great job. If you guys, for any new units or anything, if you could send him screenshots on Kixeye for any upgrades or anything like that, that would be most helpful. Because to my knowledge, he doesn't get paid for that. He does it out of his kindness of his own heart. And if you just type in War Commander, in Google, War Commander and whatever unit, turret, building you're looking for. So right now I'm getting ready to type in War Commander Defense Lab. Just type in War Commander Defense Lab, And then not every computer I've ever had, it comes up, it'll say defense, whatever unit, then a little line, and then War Commander Wiki.
Level
break-
11, level 11 is 10%. Level 12, 15. Level 13, 16. Level 14 is 17%. Level 15 is also 17%. 16 and 17 are 18%. 18 and 19 are 19%. And 20 is 20% damage reduction. So from 11 he will start giving a defensive buff.
Yep. And see, I always thought that it was all the way up. So yeah, I'm glad we did have this show. I mean, mine's good now, so I'll definitely be looking for the 2 ribs. But I mean, any of these high level bases, you're gonna have the 2 ribs anyway.
Yeah, but that's the way how you fast can see if the building will give a damage boost. If you see one yellow rib on the right side, it doesn't give a damage boost because then it's 10 or lower.
Let me see if I'm gonna pull up the little picture on War Commander Wiki, and then I'll. That's weird. I typed in War Commander on my other computer, and it came up War Commander Defense Lab.
Here, look. You can see it, the states of repair on the Wikipedia. Levels 1 to 10, he will have 1 rib. Levels 11 to 15, he will have 2. And the levels above, he will have more blocked 2 ribs. But the difference is that without defensive buff, he has 1 rib. And otherwise, he will have 2 ribs. And then it's really a good idea to take him out.
All right, come on, get silly thing. Oopsie. All right, so here on YouTube, come on, you dumb thing. There we go. So this is what he's talking about with the 1 rib. It's only got 1 little rectangle there. But then 11 and up, it's got the 2. And see, there's 18 to 20. It's got that one.
You're not sharing on. You're not presenting. Like let me say it that way.
That's coming up on YouTube.
On YouTube, we're still looking at. Dutch.
I see the. Do you have your YouTube paused?
No, my YouTube is running.
I see my YouTube.
Oh, wait a minute! I'm way behind. I had it off, of course. Yeah. silly dumbass.
Oh
yeah.
Just a disclaimer: any of these ads we do not endorse. Any ads you may see on the side. So yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So on the left here you have the. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right, there we go. Good. So see, you only got 1 on that side. And then you got 2 of the little rectangle bricks. He calls them ribs.
No, it's the other. Yeah, you've got 1 on. If you look at the level 1 to 10, on the right side, he's got 1 rib. That's yellow. And 11 to 15, he's got 2 ribs.
And then the same for 16 to 20. Oh, we're up to 24.
So that's an easy, a fast way to recognize if you need to take out the defense lab, yes or no.
All right, so we got any other questions on YouTube? We've been running about 2 hours. Yep, hour and 59 and 25. So, or you guys think of any topics? This was a very informative show. We give out a lot of tips and tricks, and we've been learning some new things with the Defense Lab.
I simply did too.
So here, it shows you, we on the panel, I think we're all above 40, and even we're still learning stuff. Hellfire, he's that guy that he pays attention to everything. He's the guy to go to with all your questions and stuff.
Thanks. Now my inbox will explode.
Hey, I threw you under the bus earlier, so now I gotta shamelessly plug you. I gotta give you all the customers that I've been helping out, which is exactly like one a month. The one or two people I help out a month with PMs, it's just getting overwhelming. I have to
Yeah.
I have to outsource them because I'm a global enterprise.
Yeah, but India is better to outsource.
They've already got all the call centers and stuff outsourced, so this is working on the outsourcing. I honestly don't know any Indian players, like personal. I know they got like TP and stuff. That's more Asia, but
The Indians,
all that. But
yeah, they've also got their own group.
Isn't there a Team India or TI or something in these groups? As you can tell, I don't pay attention to these big groups.
Me neither.
TIIN.
Huh?
Is that one about
Which one is it?
TIIN? Is that the one you're on about?
Yeah, I remember it's Team something. Team India or something. But I was posting this link to a lot of pages, and I didn't realize it was on so many pages. I had the broadcast starting at 40 minutes. It was like 40 minutes or so when I started actually I started the hangout and everything. I was still posting at like 20 minutes. Well, all the groups I'm in. But yeah, we had a pretty decent turnout for our show. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So start on the end. We got Dutch. Got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to all the YouTubers. Thanks for being there. Thanks for all the questions. And shout out to the panel. Thanks for everybody to be here. And actually, we do got news that the Unshackled is back. So the next show will be on the regular Unshackled channel. So looking forward to it again. And see you next time.
All right. What's your name? Ian. You got a shout out?
Shout out to my clan. Shout out to mum and dad, who, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. That's pretty much it. Just shout out. Everyone have a great weekend.
All right, cool. Hellfire's just going to say Dobba Phoenix is the best player ever, so we'll just...
Whatever.
Hellfire, you got any shout-outs?
Well, I've got first a shout-out to YouTube Land. I've got a shout-out to the woman who has been, I think, mistreated the last week. I want to shout-out to Skipjack. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. And to all the guys and girls who are still doing the event, just have one thing. There are two things. Take your time, and end attack is your friend.
And I think Hellfire forgot to mention that coining will keep the little Johnnies, the Kitsai employees, little Johnnies able to go watch a baseball game or something. So coin all you want. Disclaimer. You don't have to coin to play this game, yada, yada, yada. More legal mumbo jumbo. But anyways, so, thanks, Mike. Good show, guys. So my final shout out is shout out to Sector 49. You guys are awesome. You guys, and Raid's a really good group too. And I want to give a shout out to all 20 people, 19 now that are still watching. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Especially for the little bumps in the road that we had setting up this show. Thanks for being flexible. Like Dutch said, the next show, what's today? Today's Saturday, so the next scheduled show will be Wednesday at 9 p.m. 9 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern. What's that for you guys over there, England and all that? Like 2 in the morning.
2-ish in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And I gotta say, I was given this opportunity to host the show by Dr. Phil and Shadow, and I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to do so. This actually was kind of fun. That thank you, Venom, in the YouTube for all the kind words. So he's saying in YouTube basically that I'm the best player ever, which we already knew this. But yeah, all those, anyone who's been in the game more than a month.
Week, the roughs will be on again. So
yep. I was getting there, man. You're messing up my karma, man.
Oh, sorry, man.
It's because you gotta give props to all them, anyone who's been playing the game over a month. I want to give, and actually doing this event, I want to give you guys a shout out. You guys are the reason that War Commander Unshackled is alive, and also Kixeye is even giving us a game. We hate it at times. We want to just break our computer screens because we hate it, but at the end of the day, we all love it because we're all not going anywhere. And so, also, this is very important to all you guys watching this, all 17 of you. Go out into the, yes, but the thousands and thousands will come. Go out into the forums and let Kixeye know what you think of this event. Go rate it, let them know what you thought of the prizes,
but
the
please,
event XP, the difficulty.
Yeah,
Keep it constructive.
Yep.
Don't be a troll or anything like that, because Kixeye is getting better with these events, with the event prizes and stuff like that. So they're on the right track. It's not going to be instantaneous. It's not going to. I mean, as much as we would all love to just, snap of the fingers, poof, that's it. You ain't got to bend over, lick their butts, but tell them what's wrong with it, and tell them why you don't like what it is. So, for instance, for me, the event XP. The event XP for the time invested. So I would say something like, hey, Kixeye, great event. Boost the event XP, please. I'm spending way too much time, and yeah, something like that. Obviously, follow the forum TOS. Otherwise, the moderators can and will potentially block they'll delete your post. It's not that they hate you. It's just they have to follow the Kixeye TOS that Kixeye makes them follow. That's why they are a moderator. And so, yeah. And then finally, I want to, my third final,
I didn't want to say anything.
See, down here in New Jersey, we got like 13 finalists, man.
All right, man.
We got Skipjack for, we got to thank Skipjack and anyone who was involved with getting the Gold Tempest into the store.
Next event.
Next event, yes, that will be. Venom's got me laughing. Next event, we want to get those. Whatever your name was. What's that guy's name that was on YouTube answering all the questions? Gamer Boy, there we go. Gamer Boy, next event. The Gold Tempest will be out, so get a lot of those. But yeah, thanks a lot, Skipjack, and anyone who helped out with that. And finally, this is my last finally. The best news of all. War Commander Unshackled is alive again. The strikes have been rescinded, and we will continue being War Commander Unshackled. Hopefully, we will be able to get everything worked out where me and Dutch will be able to alternate hosting every other week. 1 week we will do this is specifically for the Saturday show now. 1 week will be tips, tricks, random bases, and all that good stuff, kind of like today's show was. And then the other week will be Rave Run, the random sector. And so Dutch will be heading up the PvP one, and I will be heading up the tips and tricks ones. And so, yes. And so last but not least, I want to thank everyone for coming out. No. Iron said I had to use last of not least, so I have to fulfill the fans.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, so I've got 16 likes now, so didn't meet 100, so you won't be hearing me say a swear word this show, but maybe some other time. But yeah, last of not least, there you go, Iron Hand. We will thank you everyone for coming. Welcome. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being an awesome part of War Commander Unshackled. That is it for the end of the show. This is War Commander Unshackled, a new age of chaos, and we are out. Deuces.